we're joined with Verzache. How's it going, dude?
Good, man. I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
You know, I'm just going to pretend like we didn't just have the funniest experience ever.
No, we didn't.
It involved a lot of sweatiness, me complaining about being bald, and a couple missed pizza opportunities.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So many things there. You're not bald. You have a nice haircut, dude. Don't stress it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's kind of summarize. You just came from D.C.
Yes. I just came from Washington, D.C.
And you saw the Capitol building and thought it was the White House.
Yes.
I'll be honest. When you just told me that, I forgot that they weren't the same thing. I don't know what the difference is.
Well, I mean, the Capitol building is white.
The White House.
And the White House is not even a house. So I don't know. Like, I mean, there's so many conflicting factors where you could get it confused.
And then there's the Lincoln Memorial, which is also a white house. Technically, it's not a house; it's a building.
I've only seen that in Night at the Museum.
You know, I have been to DC a few times, but never like for like the smart people reasons. Like I don't go there for vacation. It's just in passing.
Okay,
I did go there once for like a brewery, as I was saying before.
Cool.
So I never actually went for the historical aspect of it. But yeah, you know, this made me rethink the fact that they kind of the lines are blurred. They're all similar.
Yeah.
Government. But you're from Canada.
I'm from Canada, so you know what? It's all new to me.
Do you learn about the U.S.?
Yeah, we do learn. I think we learn a little bit. I feel like, I mean, not much, but I feel like I'm not wrong to assume we learn more about you guys than you do about us.
Definitely. Well, that's why I asked, because I feel like the U.S. has this weird power thing where you have to learn about them wherever you're from.
Yeah.
And I'm not for that. Okay, I'm not saying I'm like pro America everything. I just feel like that is what happens.
It's just, hey, I think it's a confidence thing. Maybe it's like being proud or like
True.
A patriot.
Yeah. Well, hey, New England Patriots. I did.
Right. Sorry.
No, you're right. We're like 20 minutes away from. No, that's a lie. Like 30 minutes away from where they play.
Cool.
They don't actually even play in the city. They play in a suburb in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, I can see that. I feel like it's a big thing. Yes, it's big. It's large.
It's crazy. And you
and
know what?
the city is also like probably it's condensed. There's not a lot of room.
Yeah, no. This is like a super small city, as you probably have seen. I
actually really like it. Just to say.
Oh, dude, this is my favorite area too. And then I'll give you some recs afterwards. There's this area called the Seaport. Okay. Very beautiful. Very fun. And then there's like the grimy parts where I used to live. Now I live with my parents, if you're wondering. But I lived in this place called Brighton, which you got not far from Cambridge, which is where you're playing tomorrow.
This is crazy. Those are both places in the UK.
They are. What big England influence here in New England?
Oh,
more U.S. history.
This makes so much sense.
So you're playing at the Sinclair tomorrow in Cambridge.
Yeah, yes.
Do you know that's not technically part of Boston?
Yes, I do know. I think.
Okay, I didn't.
I only know because it said Cambridge, not Boston, and I was like, you know what? If it was part of Boston, it would have said Boston.
So it literally is. It's just technically not. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like this MBTA.
Is it like written or something?
Yeah, it's literally like right next to all of the major neighborhoods. It's technically like its own thing, its own city. But that's where Harvard is, and all like the fancy, educated college folk.
Okay, fair.
Pretty dope spot. Sinclair, My Head is a Moshpit tour. Just got off the road with Surfaces.
Yes,
bro. We talked the very first time in December during COVID 2020. Yeah. My Head is a Moshpit hadn't even dropped yet.
No.
What is different from December 2020 to right now?
First thing is I'm right here, I guess. I'm in my room.
Yeah.
And we've been touring. So it's like it's been 2 years now since I played, almost 2 years since I played a show when I played the first one, which was September 7th in 2021. That was, and the last one before that was March 2020.
Damn.
So it almost felt like 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels good to be out here because I'm just like, I don't know, out of the rut, out of like I get a little bit like emotionally claustrophobic, but not like not if like putting me in a closet, but more like elongated claustrophobic.
No, rightfully so.
You know what I mean?
Like, especially where if you're a musician, that's it's like your personality.
Yeah.
And you don't have the outlet, that sucks.
Well, it felt like I'm more introverted anyway, so I was quarantining in general just like before everyone else was.
Yeah.
Like before COVID. So it's like now. So then it ended up becoming something that was just like, oh, now I'm starting to not like this. Like being
it gets
inside.
old.
Yeah. So now it's cool to be out and like about now because that's what I feel like that's what touring does for me. Is that it's just like. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm getting out of the comfort zone.
I recently have started going back into the things that I got into during like peak quarantine. Have you done that yet?
Yeah, like games and shit.
Yeah, like Nintendo 64.
Yes.
Squid Game. Speaking of, have you watched?
Okay, I've seen the first episode and a bit of the second.
I'm only on the beginning of episode 3.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Cool. It's dope. It's dope. I'm first of all, I'm a huge Hunger Games fan.
There you go.
Have always been. I'm a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence. I always thought she was dope.
That's the episode. Wrap it. Wrap it. I'm a huge fan of Jennifer Lawrence. Thank you for coming in.
I am. But yeah, the concept is really intriguing.
It's cool. It was fucking scary. Though.
Like the first thing that. This is crazy, but I feel like the impact was not as strong on me because when I was watching that episode, I was packing for tour.
Okay.
And I basically saw the TV. My girlfriend and I were watching it and she fell asleep.
Classic.
And I saw the show in the reflection of the window. So I was watching it in the reflection of the window as I'm packing, and so it's mirrored and everything, and then I just see a person get like in their head. I was like, oh man! I'm like, if I saw that really on the screen, I'm like, that probably would. If I was seeing it and really engaged, it'd be more. But it was very like, oh my god, like this is what's going on right now.
And then it was nonstop, and it was honestly the sound for me. I was like, geez, there's no. Why is no one talking about this?
What scared me the most was the girl's voice.
Oh yeah.
Well, she was like, green light,
green light, green light. So you just got off tour with Surfaces, the Good to Be Back tour. Let's talk about it. Okay, so were you a fan of Surfaces before you got on the tour?
Yeah, I definitely fuck with them hard. Like we've been talking on Instagram since beforehand, so it's like it was dope to actually get the chance to meet them in real life and then actually play with them. So
yeah,
and they're really dope live. Like I didn't expect it to be as cool as it was live, and like the production and everything, really really fucking dope.
So was that your first? Because this is your first headlining tour. Was that like your first major tour?
Yeah, that was probably my first, I've done probably my first major tour in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I've hopped on people's tours in the past in 2019, and I've done one in Canada, but with Bulo, but
nice. Other
than that, no.
How was it? What were some highs and lows?
It was just like tiring.
Yeah.
It was just like a lot of fun and a lot of, because you get to play it. You get to play one show and then the next day you play another one, or you'll have like a break and whatever. But it's a lot of practice.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're honing the craft of like just like performing. You feeling more comfortable and doing whatever and like taking risks when you're going up there. So that's what I liked about it, because it's like opening up the world of live performance. As like when I had to start doing production, there was like making music in general in the recording process and everything. It's like learning how to do that. And then when I started doing vocals, learning how to do that, like it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
And then live performance is like a whole different world too.
Totally. And I feel like though, do you think it's like super helpful that you also are so into like your own production when like, are you thinking of, oh, this could be played out live when you are producing?
Well, now I am. The thing is that I'll have songs now like that I'll be performing and I'm like, this was not even made to be performed.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I supposed to do this?
So do you have like a backtrack for those situations?
Yeah, I definitely do, because I get tired. I get so tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like,
Do you get breath control? People don't talk about that. And I'm not even a performer, and I know that it's like a workout that you're doing up there.
It is, but I'm getting better at it every show.
And in addition to that, some of your lyrics are like sad and very personal.
Oh yeah.
Are you aware like what you're saying, and are you like brought back to the moments when you were writing?
Performing?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. When I'm really nervous, I try to think about it more because
really,
because if I'm really nervous, I'm taken out of the moment. I'm just thinking about like who's looking at me, what's going on, like what's this song, what's going on right now, and I'm like, wait, you made a song, what is it about? Oh yeah.
I'm actually really glad you shared that though, because I feel like everyone, when you see an artist live, you don't think that they're nervous.
No,
but you're nervous.
Yeah, dude. I mean, mostly beforehand. Once I get going and I see like, okay, there's people here to see me, so I feel like and you meet them, like you see them right there up front, and you're like, these people are literally came for you, dude. Like,
yeah.
So it's definitely a lot more comforting once I kind of like put things in perspective.
So what's the difference when you're like, for example, on tour with Surfaces versus you get your own headlining show? Are we working with the same energy, or is it a little different?
It's different. It's totally different, and I've only played one show of the headline so far. So it's been way different because I'm so used to playing before the main act, I guess. So it's like being the final act is like a little bit more pressure, and also I felt more pressure just like, oh my god, who's gonna come out? Is enough people gonna come through, or like are they gonna like what I'm doing? Just like anxious thoughts or whatever, but It does feel good because when you look out, it's like a lot of when I'm opening, I look out and I see a lot of like happy faces and confused faces.
Yeah.
Or like people like kind of just like they're like like what is he doing? or like who does he think he is? Or something like that. And then there's people, but when I'm playing live at my headline, I'm looking out and there's a lot of people just smiling.
And they know the words and they're there for you.
I know, and I'm like, what?
And they're probably in your merch.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Which is really cool.
Dude, you don't have to worry, like, because just as a concert goer, even if I like you and you're opening, that's when people buy drinks. Like that's the time to like go to the bathroom and buy drinks, because you can't, especially if it's like general admission, you don't have freedom to move around when the headliner's on. So I can imagine, you're probably up there putting just like these random ass thoughts in your head. Like they're getting drinks because they need to forget about my shitty ass performance.
I bet they're walking over there because they don't like me. Oh, what are they doing over there? Someone's leaving? What?
Yeah, I would do the same shit.
I try not to, because it's just like I have been dealing with just thinking totally irrational thoughts.
Yeah,
my entire life. So when it comes to stuff like that, it's easy to kind of control that, because I can be like, okay, I'm so used to doing this that I can kind of thought control here. What is legit? What is proof versus what is just me ruminating.
My therapist, shout out Adele. She's like an 80-year-old Italian woman. Kind of sucks, but I love her. She blames a lot of my issues on 9/11, which doesn't make sense. I have no connection to that. Anyways, but she calls that mind reading. She says you can't mind read.
Yes.
Because like if you don't know for a fact, you can't just assume what someone else says.
It's true. This is true. I feel like
life lesson.
It's a big thing for anxious people, or just people with social anxiety. It's like a big thing. Just like when I was a kid, I'd always be like, I look at someone, I'd be like, oh, I'm like, he hates me. Yeah. And that person said nothing to me. They didn't say a word. Like, they just looked at me, and someone might have cracked a smile or something. I'd be like, he does not like me at all, or something. And I'd be like, you just can't do that to yourself.
No, I mean, I still do it. It's funny though. So, do you find yourself like still kind of feeling that way sometimes?
No. Now because now I kind of realized I'm like, yo, this is like not legit. This is not a legitimate thought. This is not. And also I think it's what helps is getting to the point where I'm like, you know what? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't like me or didn't fuck with me, it doesn't really matter, because there's so many other things that I care about.
Yeah. See, okay, that is super interesting. I was actually more so going to be like, because I feel like I've always been Mr. like anxious boy. Yeah. But my career is like being in front of the camera. Yeah, exactly. And I find like a lot of artists kind of feel that same way, but it seems like you figured it out. So maybe I need to take some hints from you.
No, I mean, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. And it's just a matter of kind of just like, I feel like what helps is just getting in tune with yourself and learning about you and like what matters to you. And meditations help me, I think.
Do you ever do yoga?
I have a yoga mat, but I don't do yoga.
Got you.
I want to do yoga. That would be cool.
Dude, you should do it. Yeah. That was a big quarantine thing for me, and now I go to like a gym and I do it, and it's wild. Dope. It's though it's one of those things where it's like this thing cures my social anxiety, but then also gives me social anxiety because I'm like upside down, like and like the whole fucking
is it with
class
a bunch of people?
Yeah, and it's I'll be honest, I'm almost always the only dude. So it's like fuck. All right, like I'm getting my zen, but I'm also like, oh, these ladies are looking at me.
Yeah,
I'm ruining their safe space.
Oh my god!
I'm tainting it with my manliness.
My sister told me to do it. She said that it's like really dope, but I've just seen so much. I mean, I've seen the stereotypical shit about it. Like I've seen it in movies and stuff, and see like this girl goes and she like her life is perfect. She goes does yoga. That's probably why. And like, but I feel like if I did it, I'd feel really good. I feel like a lot of people.
It is really. Like, it's like
everyone I know that has done it seems like their shit is together.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's what it is. No, yeah, I agree. Because like I'll get in my moment of doing it every day. Taking an edible and then going to like hot yoga. Oh baby, that's my church.
You see, you see if I did that, I feel like I would. I don't know where I would end up. I don't know what conclusion I'd get to, but it would be brutal.
I passed out the first time I did it.
Really?
Yeah, I literally fell, and I was with a girl that I was like dating at the time. So that was like our third date, and I passed out.
Wow!
But it got me hooked. Who'd have thunk?
Ever since then, I've been going every day. Nice, that's cool.
You know what? Let's bring it back to you. You know,
sweet.
So, DC yesterday, Boston tomorrow, New York the very next day.
Yeah, we have back to back.
And I know it's like kind of a short tour. Is there any specific location you're like most stoked about?
I'm really excited for Boston. I honestly, also because I used to be really obsessed with the, oh my god, Bruins.
Really?
Bruins.
Oh, because Canada.
But I don't know why. I don't know why it was. It had nothing to do with no. They were rivals with Montreal Canadiens. You guys they still are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't even follow hockey like that. But when I was a kid, I think I was kind of just defining myself or something, and I was like, you have to like something in particular to be unique or like something like that. So I was like, Boston Bruins. I'm like, everything about it is perfect. The logo is perfect. The yellow, black, the white, the B. Like I was like, I like it. It's my thing. So my parents would just like for every year for Christmas, I'd get us a new Boston Bruins. Like I got like a big Boston Bruins puffer type thing, and then I had like. I had the puck. I still have it, and it's wrapped in Saran wrap. In like with a board on it.
Yeah,
I never opened it because I was like, this will be worth money.
Is it signed?
No,
it's
not. It's not. It's not at all.
We've got a few connects. We can maybe get it signed.
Dude, that would be sick. I mean, but anyways, so that's where that came from.
You should wear it on. You should brought it and wear it on stage.
I should have. Maybe I should just buy it. I should buy one.
There you go. Well, I don't know what your bank account's looking these days. They're pretty. They ain't cheap.
Are they bad?
They ain't cheap. What? They're like $100.
Oof. Okay, I'll think about it.
Better like next time. You know that's funny that you, Boston of all places. Did you have a favorite player?
At the time, I'm trying to remember the players' names, but this was probably like 2011.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know any names on the.
Tim Thomas was my guy.
There was. Oh, what? No, not
Bergeron. Patrice Bergeron.
Was he on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that was who it was.
Well, I think it's going to be a dope show. Cambridge, Sinclair. I'm super stoked for it. College market, too. So it's just, everyone's just, it's, the venue itself is like, people are there to have fun always.
Yes. Cool.
It's never a dull moment. Nothing to fear. What can the viewers or whoever who's going to the show, what can they expect?
Cool lights, lots of fun. Me and my homies just chilling on stage. Not like dull. Not
not dull.
Not just me and the homies chilling with some beers talking.
No singing head.
Just like talking to each other like, oh, what's up? No, and a lot of just me having talks in between songs. Like,
dude,
my special talks.
That was literally a question I was gonna. I love when artists talk on stage.
Nice, yeah.
Are you even like a full podcast length? Like, what's the talk duration?
Based off yesterday, what I found is people they don't take it badly. Like, I feel like when I talk at opening shows, a lot of people are like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "What the fuck is he saying? What is this? What does this even mean?" I'll be just making like weird jokes or like just speaking about shit. But yesterday I had good response. So
well, because they know your sense of humor. Like, you're a very humorous guy, and it's a very like specific niche that you've not like niche, but
it's just like different. It's not like why chicken across the road. Like,
you know, all those artists saying that joke at their shows.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that.
No, because I feel like if you did do that, though, that would be on brand. If you said like, "Hey guys, why the chicken cross the road?" I feel like they would love it.
Dude, I don't even know what. I got distracted and I was asking them what Halloween is like. I was asking them what Halloween is like in Washington. I was like, it's not bad. It's good. And then I didn't hear anything. And then they're like, it's good. And then I was like, maybe I'll pull up next year. Cool.
I think you have to ask that in every city, just to see the reaction. It's good.
The worst part was I was like, what month is it? I'm like, what season is it? I asked them. I'm like, wait, it's fall. I'm like, what's happening? Thanksgiving. Oh no. I'm like, Halloween. And that's how I got there. So. That was really brutal.
Well, I mean, that made me extra hyped for the show tomorrow.
Oh, good.
So thank you.
Dude. It's good. It's going to be good.
Oh, that being said, you got My Head is a Moshpit tour wrapping up kind of shortly. What else is next?
We're actually hopping back on the Surfaces tour.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. In right after, like literally the day after.
Yeah.
On the 20th. We're going to St. Petersburg, Florida.
Dope. You've ever been there?
No, I've been to Florida, but not St. Petersburg. I originally thought it was in Russia. And
going international already.
Yeah. Apparently it's not. So yeah, I'm really excited to go. It should be it's quite the trip.
Dope.
And yeah, so like that's gonna go until November 20th, that tour. So
wait, are you coming back to Boston?
I think so. I think it might be.
Because I was looking at the thing and I couldn't tell if it was a tree or a campfire.
Okay. Here's the thing. Are we? The 3rd of November. Oh, so we're coming back to Boston.
Dope. All right, we'll be there.
Yeah, so I'll be right back. But what was I gonna say? So basically on the tour poster, it's like the trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, like they use this tree logo to represent me on the dates.
Yes.
But nobody paid attention to them except for very few people. So everyone thought I was going to all the dates, like from the get go. Like I was like, no, I'm not. Like there doesn't say I'm going on there. It doesn't say I'm going to any of these dates. Like, and people are like, I'll see you in Nashville. And I'm like,
no, you won't.
And I'm like, no, I'm not going. But now I am.
Oh,
so,
dope. Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going to all of them.
Oh, no shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The confusion has been cleared up then.
I mean, it's just like, I guess so many people just decided to go. I decided to go too. So.
Well, you know what? That must feel fucking great. People want you there and you get to go.
No, yeah. Honestly, the truth was there was, I think one of the openers that was going to be there was going through something, so they pulled out. So gotcha. I think I went in their place. But I'm really excited to go for sure. I'm excited to support the boys.
Well, congrats. That's an awesome opportunity.
Thanks,
I know we hinted at what's next in terms of tour, but come on, what's next in terms of music? It's okay if you can't say anything.
I have a single coming. Yeah, I was playing it. I played it last night.
Oh shit, are you playing it tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll play it tomorrow for sure. I'm finishing that one up and getting that one out soon. So,
hell yeah.
So yeah, that is the plan right now for music, but I'm also just working on a lot of stuff in general. Like I have to finish up a bunch of stuff.
And you produce for other people.
I do.
Well, you had Aiden Bissett on the show before, who you've worked with.
Yeah. Dude, he's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's so young and he's so dope.
Hey, It's like talking to a mirror.
It's like no. Thank you though. But yeah, I have loved working with other people, and like recently it's been really dope. So I'm really excited for what's to come, especially after when I chill out after like the tour.
Kind of get that refresh going.
Yeah, like because after when I chill out after tour, I think I'm gonna start working on more stuff again because it's hard for me to like multitask on tour, like just mentally.
Yeah.
Being in like, I'm like when I'm in tour mode, I feel like it's hard for me to make music or do that stuff. But the same goes vice versa. So it's like if I'm producing, it's hard for me to be in tour mode.
Yep. You got a shelter in place when you're in creative mode.
Yeah.
Understood.
Pretty much. But yeah.
Well, I'm super stoked for it. I know the fans are very stoked for it. Mm-hmm. Verzache, thank you very much for coming in.
Dude,
I think it's only fair that we play some Nintendo 64 now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it, man.